Do you hear me talking to you? Across the water, across the deep blue ocean, under the open sky. Oh my, baby, I'm trying.
Boy, I hear you in my dreams. I feel you whisper across the sea. I keep you with me in my heart. You make it easier when life gets hard.
Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again.
How me and Corrie met.
I first met Dustin at Institute. He was kind of a little bit of a hermit. He didn't really like to socialize with people. I got him out of that. Then we started going to the singles ward, and we had a big group of friends. It was about 9 years ago, so it's been a while.
Well, there's two stories. There's the truth, and then there's the fake story I tell everybody. And truth was we met in Institute. The fake story I tell people is we met at Institute and she followed me home and I found her in my house and she stalked me and just wanted to see me more. But reality is we met at Institute and she was dating other guys and it took me some time for me to finally get an opening, and then we went from there, I guess.
Which first date?
My first date with Corrie.
The first date, the second time we started to date again was we went to a movie for Thanksgiving Point. It was super chill. Then we went to dinner. Just caught up. It was really nice.
First date wasn't the most ideal date. We went down to Salt Lake. We were going to Temple Square to look at the lights. It was during the winter. And, well, didn't go to plan. I have a planner and nothing worked out. Went down there. We got there a little late. So we were going to get dinner and there was a line and didn't have time to eat actually because I had to get her home. And so we decided to skip the food and just go to Temple Square. And we went down to Temple Square and started walking around. And Corrie didn't know about this about me, but I love talking to bums, and we ran into a bum inside of Temple Square. He was just waiting for the train to come back so he can jump on the train and get out of Utah. And we talked to him for quite a while. He did a surprise hug on her. It's probably the most dramatizing moment of her life sometimes, I bet, where the stinky bum gave her a big old hug because he reminded him of her daughter, his daughter. It was pretty comical. And so yeah, that was our first date.
One of my favorite things about Dustin is that he knows me so well. Even when I'm not saying something, he knows exactly what's going on. When I first decided I wanted to marry him, he was playing with my nieces and nephews, and I loved how he was interacting with them.
My favorite thing about Corrie, there are a lot about her. That's my favorite stuff. But if I had to mention the thing that comes to my mind first is how happy she always is. She always makes me happy when I'm around her. I mean, this wedding stuff got me all stressed out, and once I was able to sit with her and be with her again, I got less stressed and more happy. But she's always happy and always kind of the go with the flow. Kind of gets me stressed out a little bit, but she's more relaxed than I am most of the time, and it makes me happy. It rubs off on me. So, first time I told Corrie I love her. It technically was probably before I realized I really loved her.
We might need to come back to that question.
I was half asleep when I did it, apparently. We were snuggling watching some TV. Nope, we were actually just snuggling on her couch and talking, and I were snuggling in, and I apparently just told her I loved her. But I didn't realize it until a couple days down the road, and then I realized I actually do love her. And got all mushy and all that stuff, I guess. When I proposed,
Funny story. We decided to go stargazing, and I typically don't like to go stargazing. There are lots of bugs, it's cold, not very comfortable. And so I suggested it, and he jumped all over that. He was like, yes, stargazing, done. So we went to a park.
We went down to the park, and we were just laying out, watching the stars, and just listening to the punk kids wander around out there and getting a little nervous. But we're just sitting there, had some music on, my Pandora, my phone, just laying there, goofing off like we normally do.
I kind of fell asleep because we were listening to music. It was really comfortable, it was warm.
And that song, I don't know who sings it, that Will You Marry Me song came on.
And the train song came on, Marry Me.
And then I was like, you know what, why not? So I pulled my wallet out and got the ring out. And so we're laying there, and this is where our stories probably change. The true story is, we were laying there, and I rolled over, and I had the ring in my hand, and I was like, will you marry me?
And at the end of the song, he said, will you marry me? My eyes were closed, I was still half asleep. And I thought he was singing the song, and so I was like, oh, that's so sweet. He's singing a song to me. He didn't keep singing the song, so I kind of woke up a little bit, and I said, what?
And her first response was, huh? And like, huh? Will you marry me?
He said, will you marry me? And kind of in a little foggy haze, I saw this ring. And my first thought was, how did you get my CTR ring off of my hand without me knowing? He kind of was sitting there, and I said, what?
She's like, are you serious?
And he said, will you marry me? And I said, are you serious right now? And he said, yeah, I'm serious.
I said, yeah, I'm serious. I kind of want you to marry me. And that's when she actually realized what I was doing, and then got all happy and said yes.
I said, okay, yes, I will marry you.
Took a little while for her. She likes to claim that she was sleeping, so I think she's a liar. She was awake. She's giving me a hard time. But that was when I proposed.
Hey, Dustin, I'm so excited to marry you. I'm excited for our lives to start together. Probably I'm going to start crying. I've always wanted to marry you. I'm glad that this time it's right. We both feel like it's right. Can't wait.
Always have loved you and always will love you. And I'm so excited that we're getting married. And I don't know, just it's going to be a great journey together. We'll have a lot of fun. And I'm so excited that we're getting married. Like, it's kind of hitting me right now, more so than not. I mean, I've been telling you kind of the hours. We'll be married, and we'll actually be in this very spot, 24 hours from this spot, 24 hours, and we'll be probably a little bit stressed doing the photo stuff and enjoying everything, but just know I love you phenomenally, and nothing will ever change that, and don't forget that.
Right here, right now. Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again.